Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, One Piece fans of all ages, it's your favorite country boy, Joe Grizzly. And today, people, I know I've been away for a long time, but I'm back. And first vid back, I felt I'd just go ahead and do my own tier list. Never did one, but I'm going to give y'all the most objectively based tier list I can think of, bro. We going to do defenders. As an original defender mind in this game, this is a position that doesn't get a lot of love because it's a boring position. You know, not a lot of glory in just hanging around the flag and not seeing a lot of action. People don't like to do it because it's boring, but defenders win games. So, with that being said, you remember, we've seen a lot of tier lists recently to where I just don't understand what the fuck y'all thinking when y'all make this stuff. So, we gonna get into mine. We gonna go from the bottom to the top and let you know brief discussion on each unit, why I placed them where I did. So in the trash section, we got Ennis Lobby Robin. Used to be goated, but trash. These just random ones I picked too, y'all. Ones I that somewhat can be used in the middle. OG Defender Kaido, trash. No explanation needed. Frankie, trash, because of the way the meta is. He just can't hold the flag. I'm sorry. It walk straight up in, take the flag from him. Ain't nothing he can do. And then we got Dark Ray, the king of the trash, the defender that can't defend. He's good against one unit and one unit only, and that's Odin. But he will not hold a flag against anyone. Moving on. In A tier. At the bottom of the A tier, I put Jozu. Alright. Why is Jozu bottom of A tier? He has some good things about him. He has some bad things about him. And his bad outweighs the good. Yes, he can nullify, you know what I'm saying, status immunity and all that good stuff with his diamond state, which is dependent on you getting hit rapidly, really fast, 3 times really fast, or someone triggering your counter. Now, league battle, very high chance of getting your counter triggered because the majority of people just spam skills and basics. So, yeah, you can jump in the crowd and get your counter triggered, and then, you know, you can still bully a little bit, but he just ain't it no more. Moving on. Next up, we got Blue Sabo. Blue Sabo recently received some buffs. He's a lot better than what he originally was, considering how old of a unit this is. This is like early Bounty Rush, Bounty Fest. Like, Blue Sabo is real old. But he does have an invincible skill 1 with a knockback on it. He gets a nice little speed buff every time he uses dodge, so he has good mobility for a defender. And if you well built, he can hit fairly hard, depending on your supporting metals. Like, he's decent. He's fun to use. I give him that. No more than that. One of my old personal favorites, Mihawk. I recently used him. He didn't do too bad. Simply the fact, you know, you can abuse his skill 1 while you holding it down. You can be immune to status effects. So, you know, if you got good timing, you can time it to where you go straight into it when you see the Roger running towards you to get, you know what I'm saying, bypass getting stunned, then you still got a chance to knock him off with your skill 2. So, based that in mind, I want to say this right now, that my ranking is based on the current meta in league battle. With the main runners, how everyone is placed on how well they defend a flag, how well they hold a flag. That's where what this is based. It's not a popularity contest. This is strictly based on how good of a defender are they, how good that they are doing their job at defending the flag. So we just left off on Mihawk. We gonna keep it pushing. Next up, we got Old Man Hyogoro. Step up unit. He's not too old, not too new. So he's the era of step ups to where they're decent. And, you know, he has some good survivability with the heals on his skills. He got the knockback. He can do a little damage once he's built up. He's He's a fun cheat. Like, if you don't have the current Bounty Fest and like you need an option for Blue Defender, he's one of the better free-to-play options. In the Zuma, he got the shield, the wall, the multiple hits. He's a fun unit. He can stall a Roger with the wall. He can stall a claw and stuff with the wall. His utility. Moving on, we're gonna spend too much time at A. Cactus Uslan mid. He's still fairly decent, believe it or not. He has the long range knockback on the skill 1. He can pop his skill 2, even though he'll get stunned doing the Roger, but you can milk you can milk him down with their percent damage before if it's a fully 150 flag and he's trying to take it, you can do some pretty nice damage with your skill 2, even though you stun just in the flag with him. So he has some usability. Sengoku, I love him. If he had nullify stun, he'd easily be SS. But Sengoku with a lot of skill, he can do good in the meta. He has good movement speed with his normals. You can spam his basics and push pretty fast. His normals, his third hit of a normal has knockback on it, which is good, you know what I'm saying? If you're good at timing it to where you start your string outside the flag to make sure your third hit lands in the flag, you can easily knock a Raj off. His Buster Call skill 2 with enough attack on him, if you pop it right before you die on your flag and the flag is full, you'll kill Roger before he tap it. The bombardment will kill. I've done it too many times. His skill 1, good for getting Roger off the flag. You can't hold it. If it's Roger, you can't hold it. You just gotta quickly press it, 1 pop, and it'll send them flying out the flag. Good against Claw, Bully's Claw. You know what I'm saying? He's a solid defender. If it wasn't for the fact that he's susceptible to stun, he would be high on the list. Judge is next. I mean, he has Reiju. Moving on. Gunfall. I don't have this unit, so I haven't used him, but just based upon his kit, what I've read and the few I've seen, he's actually a really solid defender. Like, he cucks Roger. What more can you ask for? He can hold the flag better against Roger than some of these higher rank ones, to be honest. I'm just being the fact that he's a step up and I don't have him to where I could base his worth higher. So we just going based on kit. Ben Beckman, I really want to place Benny a little bit higher. But Benny is real good, y'all. Like, people sleep, he's underrated. I'm not gonna say he's, you know what I'm saying, top tier, but I personally think he is higher than A, but I'm just gonna stick him there for now. Like, he shakes off status effects really fast. So that automatically makes him good against the number 1 meta runner in Roger, because you stun him true enough, he shakes it right off. He has knockbacks on normals. He heals on knockbacks. He has a skill 2 that travels really far with the knockback that can go through obstacles. And he has Intimidate to where he can, you know what I'm saying, keep people from attacking. So he's a good support defender with good support and, you know what I'm saying, a nice skill level he can eat in the meta. Momo. The only reason I got Momo so low is just mainly because of his color and what he has to compete with in the defender category. If it wasn't for 1 or 2 units, he'd be S for me. But we just gonna put him at the top of A, low S for right now. But, you know, he has a chance to capture block when he's hitting you with normals, which is any unit that can do that is automatically goated as a defender, because your main thing is to stop runners from capping, and nothing does that better than putting capture block on them. So that right there is, he has the teleport skill also. You're capping his flag, he can teleport to it. So like I said, it's his color mainly that hurts him right now more than anything. Now we starting to get into the meat and potatoes line, some of the best defenders in the current runner meta. At the bottom of S, we bringing in Fujitora. You know, if you know, you know, he recently got buffed. His meatball skill is Bajrang gun AoE status, to where like it just has a very broad range of a hitbox, and it does a shit ton of damage. His skill 1 is better than it used to be, but it's still slow activation, and he's easily bullied because of that, and it's kind of easy to perfect dodge. So that's why we have him at the bottom of S. We moving up, bruh. Mr. 3. If you know, you know, bruh. Mr. 3 is fucking goated, bruh. All he want to do is hide behind his little cum structures and sling bodily fluids at people. Man, he deals with pretty much everybody. He can keep you from capping. He can do some good damage. I done seen him fold Rogers several times 1v1. I done seen him fold some everybody. A well-built Mr. 3 is a headache to fight against, bruh. He's better than people think he is. Monet. I love Monet. Everybody know me, know I love Monet. She's good against the metal. Freeze. Knock back. You can put the ice wall right over top of the flag. Keep Roger from capping it. Stand inside of it and heal. You can get rid of his dodges because she got long range normals. You can knock him back up off of her with a skill too. With the right set, she is goated. Like, Monet is very, very good. Don Chenjao, I don't know if a lot of people remember him when he dropped. Like, Don Chenjao he's really, really good. Shakes off status effects. Has knockback on both his skills. He can get Raws off the flag. You know, he's not a lot of mobility on him, but holding the flag against metal runners, he won't be the reason you lose in the last 30 seconds. I say that. Moving on, the lolly herself, Miss Sugar. Miss Sugar is really, really, really good after the bus. I really want to put her higher, but you know what I'm saying? The next one I probably will, but this one I'm just going to sit her here for now. Sugar is really good. You got the right set on her and you run the right tags, like, Sugar is goated. She has the 150 field trait. She has long range knockback. Those candy soldiers, little toy soldiers go far. She status effects heal her every time she gets hit with a status effect. She re-heals. So runners like Cavendish, Huckabee, oh yeah, every time he touch her, she go back to full HP. There's certain people she just won't lose a flag to. And like the toy thing now is a little bit more broken because you have more chances to set it off other than just the counter. So like, she is a lot better than what people give her credit for. Boss Djembe next up. The boss goated. I don't care what nobody say. Boss Djembe is a savage. If you're a double fruit user, he's going to pop your top. He's going to hit you surprisingly hard, and you're not going to think he's going to hit you that hard. Long as the treasure gauge is full, he's not getting pushed out of it, and he's immune to status. He has knockback on his skill too, which is a very long charge skill to where you can throw people off just by how long you can sit there and charge it, because they don't know when you gonna let it go. And like I said, it does have his multi-hit with a knockback. So, bruh, the boss is goated. If you don't think so, I'm just gonna call skill issue. Next up, now this is one, a lot of people gonna say this controversial, but hear me out. Objectively speaking, Whitebeard is trash because of the meta. You can't say that, well, he's only trash because of this unit. Okay, well, the unit you're talking about is in every match. So if that unit is in every match, doesn't that take the value of Whitebeard down tremendously? Let's be objective here. Whitebeard is trash. He has no knockback on skills or normals, and he can't get Roger off the flag without help. If a Roger touches Whitebeard's flag, that flag is gone if Whitebeard doesn't have help. He can't get Claw off the flag. He can't get Hody Jones off the flag. It's a lot of running, you know what I'm saying? But y'all say this is the best defender. I'm going to give you a scenario, and if you tell me I'm lying, you're just delusional. I'm finna give you a scenario. You're up 3 flags to 2. There's 20 seconds left. The enemy team has 1 Roger on the map. Y'all don't got no runners, and Whitebeard is the only defender. Do you win that match? If you say yes, you're lying. You're being unrealistic to yourself. You know you lose that. Dude is not good no more. He had his time at the top of the mountain. But once another character released, it immediately pushed him out the meta. Dude, you will lose more games because of Whitebeard than you will ever win as long as Roger exists. And there's so many unskillful people that Roger exists multiple times in every match. It's always 2 or 3 Rogers on the enemy team. So if it's 3 Rogers and 1 Whitebeard, he can't stop none of them from you up 4-1 with 10 seconds left, and he got his skill 1 or skill 2 ready. All 3 Rogers touch a flag, we just lost. He can't stop anything. He's trash. I'm honestly going to move him further down the list on my next one. He's trash. Next up, Blackbeard. Better than Whitebeard in the meta. Don't care what you say. Long range skill 1 that can pull anybody off the flag. Invincible skill 2 with a knockback, plus he has an extra life. That there alone means he can hold a flag. But once again, this is not how hype the unit is or what you think about him. It's about traits, kits, and the ability to hold a flag. Blackbeard better than Whitebeard. Next up, Z. Z is very underrated. Not many of them. Not a lot of people pull for him. Not a lot of many people that did pull for him actually got him. But dude is a solid defender. Whenever he gets reworked and he gets the 150 field trait, he'll be top 3 best defenders in the game. But without it, no. But he has a little something like the hockey state. It can be stripped away, but that's okay. He has knockback on normals, and it's a fast string. It gets people off the flag. He got long range knockbacks, and you know what I'm saying? He's built to hold the flag. Moving up, Gay 5. I personally dislike this unit as a defender because, objectively speaking, he suffers from the same thing as Whitebeard in most cases, to where it's certain units he cannot hold a flag against. Not saying that he can't kill said unit, but once again, we're ranking defenders and not attackers. If you have to wait till you lose the flag, then kill the unit that took it to take it back, you're not defending the flag. You didn't hold the flag. That means you're not good at what you're supposed to be doing. You're a defender. He has the most predictably, easy, perfect dodge skill. The only one that can be a headache is the lightning, just because he can go through walls with it and he can hide behind stuff. You can sneak people with it. Other than that, all his skills are easily dodged. His counter takes too long to trigger. So in most scenarios, if it's him versus a Roger and his counter is the only thing he can depend on to get Roger off that flag, the Roger is just going to perfect dodge it and jump right back on. That's a flag loss. Now he has to kill him and take it back. And hope Roger don't got his skill 1 loaded up so it's invincible and saves a couple more seconds for himself, and now we lose again. G5 is overrated as a defender because of the meta. Now, if certain units didn't exist, then he would be better. But guess what? Those units do exist, so therefore he is not good. Moving on. Black Maria. Goated. Another step up. Goated against pretty much everyone. Right set on her, you pop up that wall and people touch you, they get stuck. You know what I'm saying? She can hold a flag. Point blank period. We just gonna move on. Now this is a surprising one for me. Neptune. Before yesterday, I would have ranked him. He wouldn't even been talked about. But I recently went from not having him to having him maxed overnight because of the little celebration bout. Now after using him, Neptune is good. Neptune is real good, bro. Like, he has spammable skills. Like, literally, he has spammable skills. Both have knockbacks. One is long range, and he does extra damage to the Devil Fruit user. So, and his skill, too, is like, he's good team support. Because, like, if you're, let's say you have a hard-hitting attacker, you know, and you can basically baby Betty buff him kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? You can remove debuffs, heal him up with his skill 2. It's a hold down charge. It makes a little dome, covers up the whole flag, and it knocks people back, and it heals and takes away debuffs and all. You know what I'm saying? He's like, dude is highly underrated. Like, he's a very good defender. Now, moving on to SS. At the bottom of SS, I put Bluta. Bluta is good. I don't have her. I fought her. Like, she's sneakily very, very good. If she gets Top Musica out and she gets that extra damage reduction, bruh, like, she's a headache and a half. She's a headache and a half. Like, and then just the ability to guard multiple flags. Like, if you pair her with a 150 field defender, to where she can just drop, you know what I'm saying, put a Top Musica on that one and go somewhere, you know what I'm saying, like multiple ability to help guard multiple flags without even being there. She has status effect, the sing. Like, Uta is real good. Next up, Treble. Treble will kind of always be good just because of his niche gimmicks. He has like some of the most toxic traits ever, the auto dodges, the extra life, the speed debuffs, which are counts on a runner. He can snatch people off the flags with his normals and skills. He can slow you down, you know what I'm saying? It's just his ability to hold a flag and help you hold multiple flags if you plan him correctly is very, very high. Everyone has bad matchups, you know what I'm saying? He has his, but I trust him to hold a flag last second more than I do Whitebeard or G5. Olin is next up. Now, with Olin, I'm very critical of this unit. I mean, I guess because in her height of her meta, I was a blue main, and like I've never just struggled against her. So it was like, but I've seen the headache she's caused to other people, and it made me put some respect on her name just a little bit. Like, she has her invincible skills with knockback. She can turn into a runner, can catwalk people. Like, if she played by a person with a half a brain, she is real good. I'm not even gonna take that from her. She's better than Whitebeard. She's definitely better than G5. At the top of SS, we got one of the newer ones, Mr. Nolan the Liar. Dude is good. I mean, he like his knock, he's only as good as your teammates are at getting treasure. I will say that, because his whole thing is to teleport around and knock back. You know what I'm saying? He's very good at last second clutches and saves of the game, to where his last 5-6 seconds left and somebody getting a back cap in, you skill one, save it, and win. So like his win ratio is higher, you know what I'm saying, based upon you having decent runners on your team that can secure flags. But he is a very solid defender. He has his skill 2 hits fairly hard, and it heal blocks, so you can get rid of tricky units with it. And the two kings of the game right now, Betty Bello. If you know, you know. Now, she doesn't have skills that do any damage whatsoever. Doesn't matter. She is God simply because she just makes everyone around her better. I've seen her turn a 2-star Kobe into a god. You hear me? I'm talking about Kobe cleaned up. Kobe got 3 KOs real fast with Betty buffs. Like, Betty buffs go burr. She allows your team to be able to push and be aggressive. She, you know what I'm saying? She has knockback on normals. That's her only form of damage. So, like, you give her certain tags and the right set, like Betty with Animal Kingdom Pirates. Oh my God, you would hit people so hard on normals when you got buffs and all that. Like, she can be a headache and a half. The 1 HP trait, the immortality in the circle, like, she just does too much for a team not to be one of the 2 best. And the current god of OPBR defenders, all hail King Sento, bro. If you say dude is not the best defender, then you don't know shit about this guy. First and foremost, everything about him is designed to cuck any runner in this game. There is nobody in this game that's going to take a decently charged flag from Sento without it being 3v1. And even then, you're liable not to get it because I'm just going to spam count. Like, Sento is a fucking wall. Dude, knock back on both skills. This right here alone, the third, this is why Momo isn't as good, because Momo only has a chance to do it. Sento has 100% chance Listen to me, y'all. 100% chance to inflict capture block on the third hit of his normals. Now, let me break that down for the dum-dums that don't get this. What that means is Sento does not need your help with Roger, with Claw, with Green Bull, with any runner in this game. If you have a Sento on your team, don't be that dickhead sticking in the flag because it's a Roger thinking he needs help. Go somewhere and be useful because you're not needed there. Sento needs no help, my guy. Dude is the king, bruh. You name a runner and I tell you one that can't take name from him. You can't name one. If you ever got a Sento on your team, don't be dumb, bro. Don't stay and help him fight. Don't go somewhere else and do something else, because you could be somewhere helping someone who actually needs help holding a flag like Whitebeard or G5, because Sento is not going to lose that flag. Sento going to be alive the whole game, and he going to still be at the same flag, the one flag we never lost because he was in it. And that's a guarantee. Now, this has been Big Joe's take on the meta defenders. I mean, a lot of people gonna disagree. A lot of people gonna agree. But that's what we want. We want the controversy. You feel me? Controversy sells. So, if you feel any way different about where I place people, I ain't no not get in the comment section, bro. If you can't stand a little toxicity and humor, bro, don't come to my comment section. Just gonna say that now because Big Joe ain't him. You feel me? If you gonna say something, be able to have your opinions criticized and see why you feel the way you feel. We gonna have honest debates around here. This is objectively. We based upon kits around here. We based upon effectiveness of what they do. And if it's not that, it's you doing it on personal biasness because of said unit or the good times you had with them once upon a time. Once upon a time, I ain't current up. But like I said, I had fun talking about this little light discussion. This is my first time trying this. We're going to do some more in the future. I think I do attackers next because that's actually my new favorite class. So we'll be doing it next. But until the next time, I appreciate y'all for sticking with me.